You know what's fascinating about rural poetry? When a farmer turned painter captures the death of traditional village life through verses that feel like brushstrokes on canvas. That's exactly what we're exploring in Vishnu Thore's groundbreaking collection, Dolpara Usavta.
That's such an interesting intersection of visual and written art. How does his background as a painter influence his poetry?
Well, it's remarkable how he layers meaning like paint on canvas. In Matit Kol Ruhave, he describes soil holding memories in distinct layers, each season leaving its mark just like different pigments interacting. His imagery is so vivid that you can practically feel the texture of the earth he's describing.
That must create some powerful metaphors for discussing rural transformation.
Oh, exactly like in his poem High Tech, where he portrays the disappearance of bullock carts as this sort of dying brushstroke across the village landscape. He writes, "The village has become posh. Even elections are now about roquette and cash." It's this incredible commentary on how modernization is literally erasing traditional ways of life.
So how does he balance documenting these changes without falling into pure nostalgia?
That's what makes his work so compelling. In Bhuksan Pram, he shows farming families torn between their ancestral connection to the land and the economic reality pushing them toward cities. You know, there's this line where he compares it to a hunger that neither the city nor the village can satisfy.
Well, that's quite powerful. Does he explore any potential solutions or just document the challenges?
It's interesting because he actually approaches it through this concept he calls prakash shilp, or light sculptures in his poetry. Like in Panati, where he describes farmers lighting lamps in their fields. It's both a practical act and a metaphor for hope, persisting despite overwhelming odds.
The way you're describing it, it sounds like he's really creating a historical document of this crucial transition in rural Indian life.
Exactly. And what makes it even more significant is that this is his first published collection. You can feel how these observations have been building up over years, like soil accumulating in layers. He has this incredible ability to take something as simple as a farmer's calloused hands and turn it into this three-dimensional portrait of rural resilience.
That's fascinating how he brings his visual arts background into his poetry. What do you think makes his work particularly relevant right now?
Well, at a time when we're seeing massive global shifts in agricultural communities, Thore's work offers this intimate window into how these changes affect real people, like in Valvi, where he uses termites eating away at a tree's roots as a metaphor for how modernization slowly erodes traditional rural life. It's not just about Indian villages, it's about how all communities adapt to change while trying to preserve their essential character.
That sounds like it really speaks to universal themes about progress and preservation.
You know, that's precisely what makes his work so powerful. He's not just documenting the death of traditional village life, he's showing us how communities evolve and adapt. Through his unique combination of painter's eye and farmer's knowledge, he creates this incredibly nuanced portrait of rural life in transition. It's both a eulogy for what's being lost and a testament to human resilience.